Welcome to the RNBE. That's the weekly show where me and Rob talk about some of your favorite comic book knowledge or the current topical stuff, and we teach each other some interesting facts by grabbing a collaboration of lists from other locations, sometimes entire lists, and we just kind of go over fun facts and learn stuff that we didn't know about our favorite superheroes. Rob had a mini stroke.
Rob had a mini stroke.
You okay there, Rob?
That's not funny.
You gonna pull through?
It's a little bit funny.
Today joining us is...
Not at all.
It's a little bit funny.
My God.
Today joining us is Natalie. She's frequently found on the gaming channel, Eligible Monster, where all three of us have wonderful debates about video games and how much Rob loves Bioshock 1 and Natalie hates Bioshock Infinite.
I'd also like to point
already.
out that Gary's on Reddit. He didn't think we would notice. But we did.
He's just shaking his head over there. Anyway, guys, yes, that's our gaming channel, Eligible Monster. You can find all three of us having multiple discussions talking about various video games, sometimes playing video games. We hope to get back to that very soon. We got a lot of stuff to do first. Yeah. And you can also find us on our Twitch channel, Eligible Monster. That's also where you can find Natalie. You can also find all three of us on Twitter at Comics Explained, Comicstorian, and Zodical Candy. And since this feels like an outro, that's it. We just covered all 15 of the worst retcons.
Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. If you're just joining us, then you weren't fast enough to catch the show. You gotta have Speed Force powers if you want to catch the RMBE. We're fast. The fastest podcast alive.
Just like Robin Bed. Oh!
That is not true. Rob takes his time.
The defense from you was amazing. That is not true.
That is not true. No,
see, Gary's dying. The joke was great.
Are you really laughing, Gary?
I think he's dying over there, legit.
This is the end of Gary.
All right, so today we grabbed. We were looking for. This actually was a great idea from Rob. He wanted to look for come up with the worst retcons that DC has ever done.
Yeah.
You wanted to do Marvel first.
Yeah, I wanted to do Marvel.
Right. So I was looking to see if there's any compilation.
Well, Batman's more popular. Yeah. Okay. Natalie, I don't know if you know. Everybody hates Marvel right now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody hates
really
Marvel.
do. Yeah.
It'll take a little while to go away, but until it does, we're just kind of limping along with those Marvel videos. Getting what little views we can.
No, no.
So anyway, Rob had an idea to do the worst retcons Marvel has had. I was like, oh, let's do one for Marvel and DC. Yeah. So I started trying to look up, because typically when we make these lists, we start looking through wikis, we start looking at other lists, we compile our list. Well, while looking for this, I found an entire list by Screen Rant, the 15 worst retcons in Batman history.
Screen Rant's really good about clickbait articles
I'm sure, yeah.
They're right up there with BuzzFeed.
So what I did was I glanced through it to make sure it was like legitly a list, and we weren't going to start an episode and not have it. But I was like, it'll be fun, just like a discussion, if we go through this and decide if we think that was a good retcon or not. Because there's a few in here that if the image lines up with what I thought it was, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious what it is.
I will not know any of them, but let's
no. So
if Court of Owls on that list, I'm going to throw that computer across the room. A Court of Owls better not be on that list.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh
on
my
here.
God.
That's one of the ones I remember seeing the image for. Now I don't know if that's what they're referencing, but the image was there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If they reference the talent, I don't have a problem with that.
So Natalie's here to join us because Rob and I are comic book experts, and we thought it'd be fun to inform Natalie of what the original story is and what a retcon is. Now, do you know what a retcon is? Like, legit, honest question.
It's just
Nope, she didn't know. So,
no, hang on. Sometimes a retcon is just say it.
It's when they go through an established history or timeline and they change a fact.
Okay.
Now the problem with that is sometimes that change could be for the better, adding more character and depth to a character, or it could be for the worst, just changing it for the sake of changing it.
Yeah,
okay.
It can be problematic.
Yes.
So, really good example. So, like, we're all sitting down and we're having a conversation, and you're 25 years old. And you say you've only been swimming once in your life, all right? A retcon is if you go back and say you've been swimming twice in your life.
Right.
You just didn't remember it for whatever reason.
Right. It changes your story.
Yeah.
It changes everything about you.
Yeah.
And a retcon is them altering that history.
Okay.
A lot of people confuse that, and the problem is Marvel has always had one straight timeline. So retcons are few and far between because it's always like, no, this all happened.
No, there's lots of retcons. They don't reboot.
Well, that's what I mean. But like the retcons are there, but they're typically in the manner of, yeah, Wolverine met Sabretooth, but he actually met him in this story first. The other one's still in canon, and they'll do that kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
like everything stays in canon. They just add to the timeline. DC though,
okay.
Yeah, the Marvel keeps everything in there, so they just might the little nuances of which story came first changes around, but they're all there. DC likes to say, no, a great, amazing retcon would be, instead of Batman's parents dying, Batman's parents didn't die, they went into a coma, and he took care of him for 2 years.
Right.
That sounds like a Brian Michael Bendis retcon. That's why I'm hoping he doesn't get Batman.
But what I'm saying is that would be a retcon. And that would be an example of a bad retcon.
Yeah.
That's a retcon that would piss off all the Batman fans.
That just changes way too much because he never became Batman. And
that's the issue with a lot of retcons. If they change too much, they're not a good retcon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they change very little, they're typically a good retcon.
No, I think you're kind of a pointless retcon.
If they change too little, then there's no real reason for it. What was a great example of that? The Eobard Thawne one. Adding in the fact that he met Barry before going back to be Barry is kind of a pointless. Adds more character to him, yes, but you could take or leave that. It wouldn't even change anything. Is the difference? He still has to go back, turn into a villain, and come back.
Yeah, but it does allow you to see him in a different light.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's not needed. Is the point? That's a pointless
it's not
retcon
required.
if needed. Yeah.
The actions still stay the same.
What we're referencing, because we talked about it in a different episode of a different podcast, probably on a different channel. But Eobard Thawne's origin was retcon in the recent Reverse Flash storyline. We can go into that more deeper in a different video, but
it was the running scared storyline. I think.
Yeah, they retconned how he first met Barry as opposed to him going back and just using him as an idol.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go to Batman because that's today. I was going to say Spider-Man because it's right here. So, the first, what they consider the worst retcons, is the death of Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah, I got to agree with that.
Okay. So Grant Morrison's Batman R.I.P. wasn't when the Caped Crusader fell, which was a pretty lame payoff for those who have been promised the death of the legend. But in the final crisis, he officially died. He was vaporized by Darkseid's Omega beams. You know, Darkseid has those beams.
I think I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. He kills him, and Batman is holding the corpse of Bruce Wayne.
No, Superman's holding the corpse of Bruce Wayne.
Superman is. Yeah, right.
Batman's holding his own corpse. That's crazy.
Superman's holding the corpse, and the story continued in Batman and Robin, where the flashback. So he died. The Final Crisis, Batman was dead.
Yeah, it was a huge to do because he gets shocked and he's like, oh,
right, he's dead.
He was incinerated.
How was he, Rob?
Well, because he was like, oh. Well, because you got to remember the Omega beams, they follow whoever they go after.
Right.
And they'll keep following you until you go to a place where they can't follow, or you're dead and they hit you.
Or you get someone in the way.
Or someone gets in the way, yeah.
What's the place that they can follow?
Like another dimension, or if you jump forward in time or something along those lines.
Jesus.
Yeah, like Barry Allen can run with the Speed Force and they can't catch him. You know, that kind of a thing. You don't want
like an example of how they killed Darkseid one of the times is Barry Allen outran the Omega, the beams. They still chased him, and he got on the other side of Darkseid so they would hit him.
That was actually really cool. That was during Final Crisis.
Yeah, it was Final Crisis. I think that's how he died. So Batman took the shot with the bullet, which slowed him down so that he could get hit.
So unless you're a superhero, there's no way you can actually you can do anything about it. It will kill you.
I mean, if you're fast enough, like right now in...
what if it hits Wonder Woman?
Well, she'll die.
I think she deflected with her shield,
Wonder Woman can be killed by bullets.
Yeah.
She doesn't have indestructible
That's
skin.
right. That's right.
Yeah, you can. She's as easily punctured as any normal human being.
It's just really convenient that in the movies they all shoot right for her boobs, so she can go boom, boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. My boobs.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Watching the Justice League movie, it was a really cool scene to show her break through the wall and then block with the bullets.
Yeah.
But they're all blocked like this. I'm like, why did the guy not just shoot down?
Yeah.
But you also
or
have
up.
to. But that's because the whole sequence is in slow motion.
That's true. I give it that. Yeah. Anyway, the retcon is after he officially died, and is that the story continues in Batman and Robin, and we reveal that Darkseid in fact killed a perfect clone of Batman, not Batman himself, and the Omega beams actually
That's convenient.
Yeah. The Mega Beams actually sent Batman back in time.
Yeah, because it's Batman and DC can't afford to kill him. So,
of course.
Yeah, it picks up with a story called The Return of Bruce Wayne, which is a great story.
Right.
But it's a silly thing because the Omega Beams have killed every single normal human they hit. It takes a being of extraordinary power. Like Superman can survive it because he's Superman.
I was going to ask, can Superman survive it?
Yeah, but Batman has the power of plot armor. So.
Now, for the record, I'm not sure if that's a retcon or the original plan.
I mean, they were both written by Grant Morrison.
I guess in theory he's dead. Oh, and then he retconned he's not dead. Because one thing that I've always had a problem with Final Crisis is where did the clone come from? It's so loosely referenced and so loosely popped in that it's like, where did that even come from?
I wouldn't be surprised if Grant Morrison had written Final Crisis, took Final Crisis to DC, and they were like, you can't kill Batman. You got to find, it's Batman, dude. You got to find a way to like keep him alive, and then he had to tack that on afterwards.
Right.
But it is all one Grant Morrison story for Batman. So.
And I will agree, it's a horrible story. It's got its moments when he's time traveling. Because what happens is Batman can't remember anything, and it's almost like Doctor Who or no, Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
he ends up in all these different time periods as like Cowboy Batman.
Oh,
Pirate Batman.
Dude, he has to fight Jonah Hex in Cowboy Batman.
Seriously?
Yeah, and then there's the Pirate Batman. He ends up
Leatherwing was the name, wasn't it? That was the name he was going by?
no.
I thought it was
Maybe he
Leatherwing.
was.
I thought it was his pirate name.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was a weird name.
That's
but yeah, like
weird.
there's also one point where he's in the future and he's like godly. He's at like the end of the universe.
Yeah.
And like imprisons Superman and everybody. And it's just like, you guys are going to die because nobody can survive the collapse of the universe. And just leaves them there.
Doesn't he go to one of the time travel? He goes and meets his own mother, wasn't it? Before the whole event happened. Yeah, he meets her.
Yes,
and he solves a murder mystery.
That's issue number 4. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
some
pretty
weird
cool.
stuff happens. Grant Morrison is known for writing weird storylines, so this kind of
Yes.
lines up with that.
No kidding.
You want to read the weirdest Batman story ever? Go read Arkham: A Serious House on Serious Earth.
Oh, the art's what makes that weird.
Yeah, the story is a descent into total madness. It's absolutely insane.
I would probably like it.
I'll get it for you. You can read it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Okay, so number 14 is Dick Grayson's Nightwing. We're going to have to go a lot quicker with these because we just spent like 10 minutes on the first one.
Wow.
All right, so number 14 is Dick Grayson's Nightwing transition. I didn't know this was a retcon that happened in this.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Dick Grayson will always be... Okay, Grayson's transition from baton-twirling Nightwing is not only one of the most frequently retcon stories, but one of the most inconsistent. From mutual agreements to Batman bust-ups to even late-night shootouts, DC has decided... DC should decide on a Nightwing origin and stick to it. Coming from the original story told in Batman 368, the first Nightwing retcon is unanimously seen as the worst. The original Nightwing story had Dick and Bruce part ways civilly, with Robin mantle being handed off to Jason Todd. That I remember. Him just deciding, I need to move on.
Yeah, that was pre-crisis.
Yeah, I'm too old for this now. I'm going to move over to become Nightwing. And I'm pretty sure that's also... No, because then Judas Contract was a retcon, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I read that a long time ago.
I always assumed it was like that, though. I've gotten too old, I'm going to move on. And then, I think Judas Contract says he did it because he couldn't go back to Night Robin at the time. But either way... However, post-crisis had Grayson fired from his role of Robin in Batman 408. So wait, that is only 40 issues apart. They retconned it.
Yeah, but you got to remember they rebooted Batman more or less after Crisis on Infinite Earths.
True.
So they basically that's why Jason Todd got a new origin post-crisis.
Okay. Well, anyway, Grayson sacked the role. Grayson was fired after being shot on duty. The whole thing felt kind of forced, with Robin was always constantly in dangerous situations. Having him fired over something as trivial as a gunshot wouldn't sit well with the fans. Most of all, there was no need. The original Nightwing origin was a little sketchy, but it served its purpose. So which origin do you like better for Nightwing? The original where he just I'm too old for this? You know, I'm wearing underwear.
I'm too old for this shit, Bruce.
I'm literally wearing panties in my original costume.
Yeah.
And like Robin Hood shoes or Peter Pan. He is.
Or
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. Oh man.
you
So is
just
that
ruined
Nightwing ever-
it. You just ruined Nightwing.
So which one do you, or do you like that he gets injured and gets fired? That is horrible. That makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I don't like that one.
After everything we've been through, Robin, you got shot.
Yeah.
I can't have a kid with you.
My God, you broke your arm? Well, you know what? You're fired. I don't need a Robin that gets their arm broken.
Right. So I'm going to get Jason Todd.
My God, this is just gross.
As long as he doesn't get near a crowbar, he's fine.
Oh my God, Ben. I just like that he left on his own terms.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Number 13 is the origin of Catwoman.
God, I don't even know much about her origin, to be honest.
It's been retconned so many times, I don't even know what the real one is.
Really?
The only one I want to forget about is just the movie one.
Oh, the Halle Berry one?
Yes.
But that's the best one.
No.
No, it's not. That movie was awful.
But you got to see Halle Berry running around in a bikini for most of the movie.
Yeah, that was. But you
She's a
also got to see her
beautiful
naked monsters ball. So I mean, that movie still had to be.
What was that one where there were hackers and she was topless and that was like a big deal?
Swordfish.
Yes.
Yes. Love Swordfish.
Of course
In
you
Monsters
know.
Ball, she was like a strung up crack addict. But in Swordfish,
And Monsters Ball, she banged the prison guard. I think it was. It was
Billy Bob
Bob Thornton. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was awesome.
I don't remember any of this.
you haven't seen either of those, I don't
No,
think.
I don't-
They were
no, I
before
don't think
you
so.
came to America.
Monsters Balls, man. That movie was.
It's Monster Ball, not Monsters Balls.
Monsters
Even
Balls.
Carrie's like, are you referencing Billy Bob Thornton's balls?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the guy act. He was amazing in primary
Did you
colors.
just crack yourself up here?
All right, so Catwoman's origin. Aside from Bruce Wayne and the various Robins, Selina Kyle is one of Gotham's most famous residents. Frank Miller's uber-gritty Batman Year One fleshed out her backstory as a more tragic and rounded history. With a life on the streets and being forced into prostitution, Year One was lorded over as a near-perfect Catwoman analysis.
It was pretty amazing.
Unfortunately, Catwoman Zero dismissed Miller's work and set to carve its own history for the feline foe. 1992's Batman Returns saw Kyle as a lowly secretary pushed to her death and reborn as a spunky PVC-wearing Catwoman.
They're talking about the movie. Okay, I was like, there was a comic called Batman Returns?
Oh, and so Ann Nacidi decided that Catwoman Zero would be a lazy ripoff of Tim Burton's film Imagination.
Yeah.
New 52. Oh, it was the New 52 reboot.
No, yeah,
that was a horrible one.
That's
I
literally
don't
what
remember.
made me stop reading Catwoman.
No, Batman Year One by Frank Miller was amazing.
No, it really was,
That was
yeah.
such a great story.
And I like the idea of Catwoman being down on her luck, being on the streets, being, that kind of a thing. I don't like the idea of this whole pushed out a window and a bunch of cats licked her.
Yeah.
That's the Tim Burton origin.
And
That
she's Catwoman now
It's
because
true.
cats lick her.
If that's the case, just go to your local animal shelter, let all the cats out, and just lay down.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't
I'm gonna do it
call her
tonight.
Catwoman, man. Just call her Cat Lady. 'Cause that's what she is.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
Crazy cat lady.
You gotta go there? You're gonna become crazy cat lady?
I'm gonna try it.
So
I
which
will
origin do you
report.
like? She's your favorite superhero.
I will report tomorrow. The first one for sure.
The one where she's like prostitution
Yes.
and on the streets.
Yes.
Year one
No,
origin?
not the
Yeah.
one. Yeah. What?
You don't like the one where she just gets licked by cats?
No.
Or you can go with the Halle Berry origin, which they have added to its own Earth, where it's an ancient cat god put into her body. I looked that up once when we were doing our book on the movies. They actually took the Halle Berry Catwoman and they said, that is Earth, I think like 47 or something crazy.
Wow, that is
What?
Earth non-existent. Is what that is.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Why?
it's like
Why
it's
would they
in
do
the
that?
multiverse, but we'll just never reference it again.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I have no idea.
But the Catwoman origin for that one is like it's like an ancient Egyptian god takes over her body and stuff like
See,
that.
that's like the Tigra origin, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Number 12.
Not Tigra, Cheetah. That's what I'm thinking.
Cheetah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Slight mini rant.
Oh gosh.
What is Mr. Freeze's real name?
Oh, I know because I did some research.
Victor Freeze, I thought.
Right. But it's not spelled freeze. I don't
Yeah.
care what you say.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
it's F-R-I. It's spelled like fries.
It's fries.
Fries, yes, because I got so much shit
Yeah.
for it.
Well, no, not. I mean, it's. Yeah, no, it is fries. Yeah, F-R-I-E-S.
But they always
yeah.
like, it was Victor Freeze. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, it's a play on words. It's freeze. I would imagine you could call
I
it.
get it, but it's still Victor Fries. Victor fries your potatoes. That is your new restaurant we're inventing.
Dude, I am. You know what? I'm actually down with that. Like, we take it from the freezer and into the fryer, and we serve it to you cold. And like, it's. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, why is that a retcon?
So anyway, Victor Fries is as a stalker. Victor Freeze as a stalker. Victor Freeze as a stalker. Seriously, okay, so Batman Animated Series did Victor Freeze's actual origin, giving him more of a sadder tone, the whole Nora Fries thing, Nora Freeze. Now I got it in my
Oh
head.
my gosh, man. Yeah,
Nora's
Nora,
French
that
fries.
Yeah, just that the two of them. What was the game that we played?
Arkham.
Is it?
It was one of the Arkhams. I don't know which one he's in.
Arkham City, I think. Arkham City. It was heartbreaking. It really was.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so the whole quest for his origin set in animated series is he froze her, and then using his cryogenic technology, it
Yes.
affected him. He turned into Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, and then the whole point was trying to save his wife. I didn't know this because I didn't actually read this issue because I heard it got shit. Batman Annual #1 by Scott Snyder, one of my favorite writers.
I remember that
retconned it.
origin.
And I
Yeah.
remember it got a ton of shit, so I didn't read it. In his Snyder's retconned origin, Victor Fries never met Nora, instead becoming obsessed with her after she was cryogenically frozen. While working for Wayne Industries, Freeze is fired by Bruce due to his increasingly odd behavior, but the doc wasn't impressed and he hurled a chair at Wayne, then missed. One of the most ridiculous villain transformations ever, it was the rogue chair that turned Fries into his icy alter ego when it smashed a tube and he was sprayed with the fluid.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not nearly as heavy hitting as
No.
he did it all for his wife.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot more significant. Yeah, I don't know. I probably wiped that one out of my memory because I didn't want to believe that Scott Snyder wrote any bad stories. So
You don't want to believe?
I just swept that under the rug.
Oh, you don't want to believe that he wrote
Like
any
so
bad
many
ones? Or good?
Batman fans. Batman fans are really good at doing that. They're really good at taking the bad Batman stories and then just kind of sweeping them under the rug and then ignoring them and pretending they never happened.
Yes.
And just saying Batman's never had bad stories. See, look at all the great stories that have been written. See, look at that. See, Gary knows what's up.
Number 11. Batman did not found the Justice League.
When was that retconned?
Apparently. Many of you may know about the Justice League. You may know that Batman was briefly not one of its founding members. And this comes from that pesky Crisis on Infinite Earths again. As DC attempted to streamline its universe, it also managed to mess up a lot of the origins. When you look at the Justice League, you would assume that its founding members were the likes of Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. However, if you were reading comics in the late 80s, you were wrong. The Secret Origins number 32 threw a spanner into the Justice League's founding works, removing the big three and replacing them with Black Canary, Barry Allen as Black Canary and Barry Allen as the unofficial leader. What? There's an origin where the Flash started the Justice League?
I mean, that was designed to segue and explain how you got like Justice League International. That's what that was.
No, it was for the original Justice League. Since then, Batman has struggled with his allegiance with the League, while writers tried to isolate him on his own stories. He tried everything from Batman refusing to be involved with the Justice League to his joining shortly after its origin and receiving founding member status.
No, you said, what year was that published? 1989?
Late 80s is all I say.
Yeah, no, because the Justice League didn't exist post-Crisis.
Right, this was the
League
new origin for the traditional Justice League. It was Black Canary and the Flash, apparently.
Well, that's weird because the team never actually had any publications and they didn't exist in any form outside of that.
Yeah, I said it was the Secret Origins number 32.
Okay, well, I mean, I believe it. I mean, they existed in Justice League as a form of Justice League International, but the JLA, the Justice League of America, didn't come back until 1998 with JLA. So...
Well, Justice League of America is actually its own group. There's Justice League, Justice League International.
No. That's what I'm saying. It was called JLA. It was called the Justice League of America.
I mean, either way, even if this is the birth of Justice League International and not Justice League, they still made it so it was Barry Allen and Black Canary and not Batman.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Because, I mean, I think in the current timeline, Batman just founded every group known to mankind. Plus, he also has his own Belfry group. He also has the Outsiders. He also...
He does have his own Belfry. That is true. They all hang out there.
They do, actually.
They train with Clayface.
Really?
That's not even a joke. It's a really amazing story.
It is good. It's actually so good. It's going to be super sad when Clayface either dies or goes back to being a villain.
Yeah. One of the two has to happen.
One of those two is going to happen, yeah. He can't be a good guy forever. Yeah.
It's sad. It's like the Deathstroke Defiance storyline where he decided he's going to be a good guy.
Oh, dude.
I just stopped reading that.
No, I love it.
Why?
Yeah, I love Defiance. It's really good.
Okay. I love Deathstroke. I love what they're doing with him.
Yeah.
I don't like the style in which it's written. Christopher Priest.
Yeah.
He breaks his stories down and he tells them out of order, which is good when you read them as one big coherent story. But we read so many comics, and if I read like a Deathstroke issue, the problem I run into is I forget what happened, and it's so disjointed to tell its story the way it is.
Yeah.
I lose track of what's going on. Then I'll save up 6 issues, and then I just won't have time to read 6 issues back to back.
Yeah, it gets pretty wild. And like his runs could be as long as like 7 or 8 or even 9 issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
For like a storyline. Yeah, it gets crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
So this is one you will understand. Part of the reason I wanted to have you on this one, because there's a few of these you understand.
I really hope I do.
Number 10, Ivy's retcon in the Gotham TV show.
As a little girl?
The Gotham
Well, she's
TV
not.
show?
Yeah,
it was, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you actually watched the show.
Yes.
Yeah, she enjoys it.
I did, yeah.
I think she and like 3 other people in the world watch it, but...
Yeah.
That's funny because Catwoman was on it. Well, so you know.
No, I mean, I've heard actually a lot of good things of it. I watched the first season; it was bad, but I heard it got really good after that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, it
I
did.
mean, I'm like you. I didn't go back. I just heard it did.
I vaguely remember it though, so just refresh my memory.
Yep. So in Gotham, Ivy was introduced as a little girl. Okay. She was a grubby She was a grubby street urchin who jarred against the dynamic duo of Bruce and Selena. Where a younger Penguin flourished, the introduction of Jada Pinkett Smith's Fish Mooney wowed. They seemed like the show was having problems with 3 main child actors. So in the season 3 premiere, Ivy was conveniently grabbed by a group of thugs who sped up her aging process, dropping her into a water system of a watery farewell. She took a brief dirt nap, returning the very next episode, having undergone a sexualized change.
I don't think they dropped
She became
her,
a
though.
guy?
No, she became a fully grown woman.
Yes.
From being like 11 to like 25.
Yeah, and like for like a couple of episodes, Selena was like, "Who are you?" And then she just kept on,
Right.
I'm Poison Ivy. I control vines.
Actually, she doesn't do that in the show, but she's still getting what she wants by just using the whatever she's got. Like I'm not quite sure what it is.
Using
actually.
her body to her advantage.
No. She's definitely got
like some Poison Ivy-ish powers.
Okay.
Some kind of
but basically, the
poison,
origin is they didn't want to work with another child actor, so they retconned the origin of Poison Ivy. Well, she grew older, and this is how she got her powers. Luckily, that's the Gotham TV show, and it's pretty much well received across all of comic bookdom that is its own separate thing.
Yeah, that's over there.
We don't like to acknowledge it. You even stopped watching it now, didn't you?
No, because I hate having to wait for another episode to come out. So I just wait for the entire season to stop airing. Yeah. Then I come back and I just binge watch it.
No, I could definitely see Disney refusing to give back the
Gotham rights.
The Gotham rights, yeah, like the rights to publish it or whatever it is. And then Warner Brothers like, why would you do this? It's like, because no one needs to see this anymore. Yeah. Like, the world's better off without people seeing this Gotham show.
No.
So anyway, number 9 is Jason Todd.
I'm not upset about that retcon, actually.
No,
I assume they're talking about the Red Hood whole thing.
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. If you thought Nightwing got the short end of the stick, he has nothing on Jason Todd. Jason Todd really struck a chord with the fans of Batman, so he got swapped out in Superb Death in the Family storyline, followed up by Under the Red Hood. He was first introduced in 357 in the 1983 as a tousle-haired orphan, created in the image of Dick Grayson, a product of Crisis, and orphaned by Killer Croc's murderous actions.
Yeah, created in the image of Dick Grayson is an understatement. He had a carbon copy origin of Dick Grayson.
Yeah,
that's why fans.
But it was just Killer Croc killed his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fans hated.
So they decided that they weren't a fan of him. They would give him a new origin and Batman's second chances. Meeting Bruce when he tried to steal the tires off of the Batmobile.
It was funny.
Yeah, that's so basically.
Why was he trying to do that?
He tried to jack the wheels off Batman's Batmobile.
Why?
Because he needed the money. He was going to sell them, probably.
Right.
Oh shit.
Well, so that's basically what it boils down to. And the reason why Batman decided to bring in Jason Todd, not because he had a similar origin to Dick Grayson, but because the kid, like most of the story is like someone's trying to steal your tires, and Batman's like, no one can do that, and he does. Yeah. And then Batman catches him because he comes back for another of the tires.
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny.
I bet.
Like he gets away with one and it just comes back.
Oh my god.
So that's the origin most of us like. At least give a reason why you would pull this kid in there. Oh, you know. Then the New 52 took it a step forward, further, and changed Todd from a tire-stealing rebellious punk who attempted to steal drugs from Dr. Leslie Thompson. I remember that.
Yeah.
And more foolishly, the scene is narrated by the Joker revealing that he's been responsible for every aspect of Jason Todd's life like a puppet master. That's the retcon that people don't like.
That I don't like.
When I first heard the retcon that the Joker had manipulated everything in his life, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of like, that's kind of cool because it ties the whole thing together. But the more that I think about it, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Because not only does it not make sense, like for the Joker to have orchestrated a kid's entire life and just put Batman in the right spots to make all this stuff happen, but it ruins why Batman picked up Jason Todd to begin with. You know, like it ruins the whole thing. Yeah,
it wasn't a guy inspired by the thieving actions of a kid. The Joker made it happen. It was magic. I don't know.
So. It's just, but there's actually 2 retcons with him, and if they come with that, I'll skip the other one. But the second one was originally Jason Todd was revived from the dead by the Superboy punch. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
He got brought back. And since they got rid of the Superboy Prime reality punch we joked about, reboot punch!
Yes. Yep, reboot punch.
Yes. They changed it so that Talia al Ghul dug up his body and threw him in the Lazarus
pit.
But
see, I actually like that retcon.
I do to an extent, just because the Superboy punch can't work.
Well, I like it more than I like Superboy Prime punch reality, and so now people are resurrected from the dead. Honestly, I think that if they'd given it a little more time, Jeff Johns' Blackest Night would have been a great way to bring him back.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
And just use Brightest Day. But,
isn't that the story you were telling me about?
Blackest Night was a way for DC to bring back all these...
Oh, you're talking about... Just like Superboy Prime, and like in general, when you told me the story about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
one. He freaked out and punched reality.
Yes.
He's like, these heroes aren't being superheroes. These heroes, they're not like the heroes that I read, so we're going to fix it all. And he just shows up and just beats the shit out of everybody. Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, it was one of the greatest, most spectacular ass whoopings in comics. It was hilarious. Yeah, he just wrecked them all, man. Dude, it was crazy, man. Because they call in like the Teen Titans, and they call in like the Justice League. They call in all these superhero teams. And Superboy Prime, man, Superboy Prime, man. Man, dude. No, dude, Gary, all right, check this out. I don't know if I told you this before. Superboy Prime, dude, it's the craziest thing. All right, so you got like, I went over this.
This is why I don't understand why you prefer the Talia al Ghul one.
I went over this before, didn't I?
Yeah, you did this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. Yeah.
Really?
Super Prime!
Oh, no way. No, dude, it's such a good story, man. It is such an amazing story. Dude, I love Infinite Crisis,
you've sold me out on it for sure.
Oh, dude, man, man, let me tell you, like, what he does, man, they just weren't prepared. When Superboy Prime showed up, they just weren't ready, man. It was...
You are not prepared!
Dude, it was hilarious, man.
So here's what we're going to do. Because this episode, we are not even halfway through this list.
Are you serious?
So we have 2 episodes. I apologize now. I'm going to name this thing 7 or 8 of the worst retcons in Batman's history. But if you've been watching this and you didn't pay attention to the title, you heard me go 15, 14, 13. We're not doing that because we will be here for another 45 minutes.
No way.
We just spent 45 minutes to get to this point, and that includes the B-roll. So
what number are we on?
9.
What happened?
So that means
Natalie?
So that means what? We did 15, 14,
I'm sorry.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We've done 7.
Wow. Yeah, guys, we'll see y'all in the next video.
No, I'm going to do one more, so that'll be 7.
Oh, we're
going to do
one
the
more?
7th one.
Okay,
but we'll complete this list next time. If you want to go look at it yourself, that's fine. You can go look screen and look at
45-minute long episode.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, you'll get our reactions to the rest of these next week.
Yeah.
Unless, Rob, do you just want to make a 2-hour episode?
No.
He's like, wait, man, we got other shit to record.
I
got a computer stuff to go build.
Yeah, I guess we could.
No, we're not. No, I know you want that. And if this was if this was not around Christmas, we would probably just do it.
Yeah,
I will admit to that.
Yeah, we should do it like The Flash. Like, you'll get part 2 of this video after Christmas break. You'll have to wait like 3 months.
No, you'll have to wait a week probably. Yeah. Maybe 2 if we don't get to record this next week.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. So
Number 7.
no, that was 9. So we're on 8.
Oh,
so
8.
we've done 8 things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Well,
If you blitz through it.
Well, because then we still have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we still have 7 more after this.
Never mind. Yeah.
Yes, Benny, because 7 plus 8 equals 15.
Why are you mathing me?
I'm just mathing
Mathing you.
You mathed me.
I like it.
You know you can turn anything into a
Gary's
verb?
over here making these weird sounds and stuff, man.
I think he's sick and dying.
He is
He's
sick.
sick and dying?
Yeah.
He said that.
Gary, come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Are you feeling okay? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Are you doing okay? Are you sure?
Yeah, you're too worried, man.
Well, we worry about you.
Well, if you feel like you're getting really, really sick and you're getting kind of nauseous and you feel like you need to go to the hospital, don't. Just stay there. So
I do want to say the audience has definitively decided they want a Gary cam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that way we can have Gary's reactions to Rob yelling at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't yell at Gary.
He does.
No, I don't.
I you do, and I think you do it unintentionally. I think you're unaware that Gary is right there.
Yeah.
I never yell at Gary. Do I, Gary? Actually, now that I think about it, I probably talk pretty loudly at you sometimes.
Right, you assume he can't hear you right there.
Yeah. Damn.
What matters is how I feel about it, and I feel like you're yelling.
But you guys didn't hear it because Gary doesn't have a mic right now. As he looked at Rob, he said, "It doesn't matter. It matters what I feel like when you're, and I feel like you're yelling at me."
Wow.
So anyway, number 9 or 8 on this list is Joker getting his face back
In
the New 52.
they never really explained that, did they?
No.
It was just back.
Yes. So a story that came out of Batman Detective Comics number 1 in the New 52. It was a lackluster way to introduce the villain, the Dollmaker. Sure, the final panel of a faceless Joker is shocking and grotesque, but did it really add anything to his story? A bandaged Joker could have become synonymous with that era of Batman, the New 52. Then the writers went and brought him back in Death in the Family, and his bloody return was a must, but did we really need his fly-infested face for the shock value?
No. Death of the Family.
Death in the Family.
No, it was Death of the Family.
Yeah, no, they missed that here.
No, Death of the Family was when he still had his face off.
Right, they're saying that the cut-off face was great, but they're commenting that it was fly-infested and stuff. Like, do we really need to go to that grotesque level?
Oh, hell yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
His face is
thank
rotting
you.
when it's attached to his head. Yeah.
Joker having sliced his own face off raised a lot of questions as to why he would let the Dollmaker go. So some think that it was purely a setup. It was purely to set up the scene of Deadshot wearing Mr. J's face and kissing Harley to amp up the pair's ambiguous sexual history. You were reading that, weren't you?
Yes, I love that. Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, Harley and Deadshot is not something Rob's interested in.
No, it's been a pretty lengthy day. No, dude. When did Deadshot wear the face of the Joker?
That was during the New 52 Suicide Squad run.
I did not read that.
I don't. Yeah.
You read that?
I have never.
That was also when Harley Quinn was like super sexualized.
I mean, I don't. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
You can tell me.
All right, if I'm with like Harley Quinn, I don't know why I'd be with a comic book character, but if I'm with Harley Quinn,
Nice save, Rob. Nice save.
yeah, and she's like, "Hey, Rob, I want you to do me, but I want you to wear the Joker's face while you do it." I'd be like, "Nope," and I'd peace out. I'd be like, "No."
Well, if I remember correctly,
it wouldn't be worth it.
He doesn't put it on. She ties him to a chair and puts it on his face.
Oh, gosh.
Puts it on his head.
Okay,
sounds
that's
like
a little
her.
more reasonable.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
but-
like if I bear in mind this is New 52. This is like 7 years ago now when this
Yeah.
came out. But if I remember correctly, and I might be wrong, but I believe they were starting to imply that they were going to be together, and then something happened where she tied him to a chair, put Joker's face on him, so that she'd be able to accept him, kind of a thing.
I need to read that.
It was weird.
It's like putting a paper bag over his head. You know?
Pretty much.
Anyway,
yeah. Same
That's pretty
thing.
messed up.
the Joker's rotting visage soon became a bit of a sticking point when even his daughter, Duella Dent, was wearing it for a while. Yeah, Joker's daughter, the weird
I remember
girl.
you telling me about that. People hated that.
Yeah. Well, because she came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Joker's face was at a tug of war until it was eventually restored after laying on ice for over a year. It was all too convenient that the Joker's return involved him stealing his face and strapping it on for horror effect.
Yeah, but I mean, they brought it back just by virtue of the Dionysium.
Right. Well, and I think that's where the retcon comes in. Like, I personally think it was a really cool effect for the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
To have a cut off face.
Well, it showed just how insane he was.
Yeah.
That he's starkly darker and different from any of the other Jokers.
Right, and he was like pinning back the grin and everything like that. Yeah, I liked it. I did it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like that they put it back on. I at least wish that they would have waited until full rebirth for that.
That would have made more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
You like it so much that you have shoes with his
I
face
have
on
shoes. Yes, I have shoes with his face on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably one. Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's pretty crazy.
My favorite Converse for sure.
Yeah. So,
Just
do you
the-
like that
yeah.
version of the Joker or a more traditional Joker?
No. I definitely like this twisted version better.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what do you think of these retcons, Natalie?
They're very interesting. I've learned a lot today. I did. I have.
Have you?
Yeah, of course. It's always good being here.
I mean, it's cool to me. Like, some of them I disagree with. I mean, I like the idea of Jason Todd's retcon. I don't like the Joker one, because that one makes more sense. I don't know. I mean, so far, they seem relatively accurate. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, the Jason Todd one, I'm not a huge fan of. I wish we just kept it as original. Not
Yeah.
original. I like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Tyre one. The original. Croc kills your family. Oh, no. Take me in, Bruce Wayne.
I mean, it's
This is my little boy voice.
I mean, the most hated retcons are definitely a subjective thing. you know,
Rob?
So,
Would you take me on as your sidekick? I'll be your ward.
no.
Come on. I'll be your little boy. I'll be your little birdie boy.
That's really creepy. That's really weird, man.
Jesus.
No.
Anyway, guys, like I said, we're going to cut it here because we're not going to sit here for another 45 minutes. We have other things to record right now.
Yeah.
I do apologize if you got it and you were like, 15, yeah. I am really sorry.
Yeah.
This happens.
Hashtag clickbait.
I mean, aren't you watching this because you'd like to see us ramble about topics?
Yeah, we promised you 15, and we only give you 7.
We gave them 8, 7's next episode.
You gotta guess the other 7, guys.
If you want more of Rob, then go ahead and check him out on Comics Explained. You can find me, of course, right here at Comicstorian. He's on Twitter at Comics Explained. I'm at Comicstorian. She's at Zodical Candy. And don't forget, guys, if you stick around, you'll get the B-roll in which we tried to start a discussion, and it went way off the rails.
Yeah, it did.
As usual.
That
yeah.
went crazy really fast.
Natalie was so confused; she thought we were doing a different video.
Yes, I was prepared for, because I put my gaming face on, then I put my comic face on it.
And it turned into this.
And they turn into this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we will catch you in a bit, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome to season 52 of Two Guys, a Girl, and a
Why
Pizza
do you
Place.
keep jumping 10 to 10?
Because I wanted to get to 52 because it's an important number in the DC universe.
It's magic, man. They love that number.
Fair enough.
This is the season
they
where
love
everyone
52.
became friends again and we all teamed up, and Rob became Batman, I became Superman, and Natalie became Wonder Woman.
Nice.
We're the Trinity now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
The thing is, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place really jumped the shark at season 43.
Yeah.
That was the one where we discovered you're actually an alien from Krypton,
Yes, I am.
but you're still Batman.
Yeah, I am. What? I'm that Elseworld story where Superman became Batman. Yeah, I'm that.
Yeah. That's. If anybody's, I want somebody to make a wiki. Add these to the seasons of the actual Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place wiki.
Oh, somebody will do it.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You know what I'm kind of surprised about? I don't have my own Wikipedia page.
You don't?
Yeah.
You don't yet?
Did you just say that so that everyone watching this will go out and make it?
No?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I did kind of. That is kind of the reason I said it.
I mean, that's fine, and they can make one for me and Ellis Monster. We should have a whole Ellis Monster Productions with Comicstorian and Comics Explained. Like everything's in one big thing, like the Game Grumps one, but everyone's individually in it. Somebody make it, bro!
No, I just want my own Wikipedia page.
Just all by yourself. A proper Wikipedia? You don't want to have like a fan wiki?
No.
What about a fan wiki?
I guess a fan wiki would be kind of cool.
Yeah, and they could go into everything like Max is his own page.
Somebody tweeted me earlier. They were like, what is it? They were like, does anybody else find it like vain or arrogant that
I
like
saw
Rob would
that.
name a quote? I'm like, actually, they named themselves.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like-
but I loved his
Yeah.
response. I still find it vain.
Yeah.
How they name? How
Yeah.
they named themselves?
I'm like, I should mention you in a video. Be like, hey guys, this guy thinks you're idiots for naming yourself after me. Like, go, like, just bother that guy online. Just hit up his Twitter account until he deletes it.
I saw that. I was like, what is this? Why?
I'm like, what a bonehead.
Yeah. Did you like how I called you out this morning? I was like,
Yeah.
Rob, of course, sick him.
Yeah.
And like, I got a half and half. So Rob did his hibernation joke, right? Where-
Benny thinks it's a joke. All right, guys. Every winter, like between like
I don't mind if you don't wanna hang out.
Usually
We
like
gotta get work
December to like February, sometimes even March. It depends. I usually just vanish off the world. Like it gives me
Yeah.
a chance to just sort of unplug and unwind. Benny thought I was lying.
No, I did not.
Benny thought I was joking.
I assumed
never
you're
tell.
like many people in the world who, when it gets really cold, doesn't want to go out. And that's
Yeah.
fine. I assumed that. But I also assumed that you knew we had a business to run and you'd be there on the scheduled day of the business. That's when we'd be here. That's when we do our thing.
That's no different than what I've been doing.
What? Showing up for work?
Yeah,
And then hanging out on the weekends?
I guess kind of showing up for work. I don't really consider this a job. Jobs are boring and mundane. I hate
Exactly.
jobs. Yeah.
So that's why you didn't show up today? You made Gary's baby was at home crying because Gary didn't get to come home early.
Baby's crying. Gary was she crying?
He showed me Snapchats of her crying with Emperor Palpatine's face.
Unlimited power.
You do a great impression of my daughter.
Gary just said that Rob did a great impression of his daughter.
Your daughter is Palpatine. Wow, that's pretty amazing, actually. She doesn't look like Palpatine, does she?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I was kind of hoping the answer would come a little faster than it did.
We're just gonna do an R&B. This will be the B-roll for it.
That's
we
fine.
haven't done one of those in a while, anyway.
That's fine.
But no, I assumed guys, like there's people who
Wait,
don't
this
like
is
snow.
R&B?
This is gonna be R&B now. We just
What
Natalie's
the-
like, what?
What the hell?
We're
Yeah.
doing. Don't worry, we'll make it work. You got this.
Oh
This
my
is
You gotta be
dude.
able to adapt. God, you are like Dan. Like,
No, absolutely
you
not.
gotta- they are
No,
like
but
each
like,
other.
listen, I was just waiting for him to start the discussion, and he just kept
Yeah,
on
well,
going.
this is the R&B
Kept
now.
on
this
going.
is how R&B's B-rolls work. We just ramble about stuff.
But you just started with two guys and whatever the hell you
Well,
just
yeah,
came up with.
this isn't canon for R&B.
Yeah.
This is
They're not
behind the
gonna
scenes.
understand.
this is a what if R&B. That's what this is. It's
Are
not
we
in
ever
continuity.
gonna get this done so I can actually just?
We will. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're doing that next. We're just gonna do the R&B first and the
My
next because this
goodness.
links up to the R&B.
Girl, you need to learn to have fun.
Girls just wanna
My
have
God.
fun.
Not with this headache, man.
Rob,
Oh,
Rob,
Natalie just want to have fun. Oh, are we doing the girls just want to have
Yeah.
fun? Yes.
Girl-
Oh, girls.
just wanna have fun. God, you gotta touch hands.
Gotta touch hands.
You gotta touch hands.
Why are we touching hands?
It'll be on the internet forever.
It is. It's gonna be on the internet
No.
forever.
But anyway, I knew you were serious because like I like snow, but not everyone likes snow. Just like some people don't like the heat, they want to stay inside in the AC. So I knew you meant like, hey, we're not hanging out. We're not gonna hang out as often. Like we're not just gonna go randomly and do things, blah blah blah. I assume things like seeing the Star Wars movie, you'd still be at. Coming for work, you'd still be at.
Yeah.
Or what you don't consider a job. You know, the occasional time that we smoke massive amounts of meat and invite you over to eat, I assumed you'd be here. No massive meats for you.
No, actually, for that stuff, I'll just be at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even
I'll
the
just be
stuff that
unplugging
we got
and stuff.
gifted, that was for you. We're just gonna eat it without you. Take
It
your
was
pictures.
it was gifted explicitly to me and sent to Benny's house.
Yeah, no, I said
that
for
makes
both of us,
That
for
makes
both
perfect
of us.
sense. That makes perfect sense.
It's for both of us.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I appreciate
They
it.
sent a lot of meat though.
Really?
They sent like 2 racks of ribs, a whole sausage like circle thingy.
You know, I always wondered
Usually
how they make
sausages
those.
come in circles, but
Do what?
that's besides the point. He was just like sausages, circles thingies. Usually sausages come in circles because they're all tied together.
It's a circle.
Of life
No, you don't remember that
on
from?
the circle of
You don't remember that from like the
life.
Kevin James and Adam Sandler movie?
I don't.
They cut their health benefits, so they married each other to get health
Oh
benefits
yes,
back.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
Oh,
yeah,
I do
yeah.
remember that.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
And then
yeah.
like Rob Schneider was like the wildly offensive Asian guy in Canada that married them. It's a circle.
Oh yeah. Why is it Rob Schneider? Rob Schneider for so many years just played every offensive character.
No, that's a crazy thing. Is like, what is it? There was one movie Adam Sandler did, and they had Native Americans on there, and they walked off the set because of the fact that Rob Schneider was being so offensive in his role.
No, the whole movie got
I could
panned for
see
that.
that.
Everyone was being.
Kids story movie. What was it?
Oh, Oh my god.
I know
I know what you're
movie
talking about because it had
about,
everybody
yeah.
in it. Like it had Kevin James and it had the one black dude, I can't remember his name. And it had
Kevin Hart?
No, not Kevin Hart. It was a guy who wasn't as funny as Kevin Hart. What?
Rob! I pulled up our article, which is on Screen Rant, the one that we're going to do for the R&B today. The worst retcons in Batman's history. On the right, there's an article. Fox Disney deal done on Thursday.
Yeah, no, I've known about that.
On Thursday?
That's why I have the Fantastic Four MCU thing coming out. CSNBC were the ones who broke it like yesterday or the day
Oh,
before.
okay. I didn't know we had a date. I knew it was pretty much done. Like, it was pretty much a done deal.
Well,
We were just waiting for it to
the
happen.
rumor as of yesterday was it was supposed to be announced on Thursday. That's how it started.
Okay,
And I guess,
all right.
according to sources, like they all say. Then
Because I heard, like,
Thursday.
Monday, whoever the other biggest contender was backed out.
Comcast.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so,
thank God.
they literally, at this point, they just got to hammer out the final details and it's over.
Yeah.
So,
Comcast would have made you pay for the fast lane if you wanted to be able to go see their movies. That's what it is.
I could see that.
So Natalie doesn't know. This is an R&B. This is where we just ramble about things. Also, apparently there's a She-Ra reboot coming from Netflix.
A
Oh,
what?
we're just rambling now?
Now I'm
This
just
is
looking at
not
the
gonna
articles
make
on the side
A
now.
This is not
She-Ra.
going to make it in the
She-Ra.
video.
You know the female He-Man? Natalie?
I don't remember She-Ra.
This goes in the video. Don't worry.
Are you kidding me?
No, this does. We put it at the end of every video. To just link them out.
She-Ra.
There's also an article in here from Screen Rant that says Disney won't ruin Deadpool. I don't know about that.
Actually, I don't think they will.
I personally, I think they're just going to leave it alone.
I mean, imagine a rated G Deadpool. It'd be hilarious. Actually, it would be pretty funny.
Fiddlesticks!
Yeah. They would just bleep out all the cuss words.
It wouldn't have the
It'd be
same
fun,
impact.
The fact that it's G-rated.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to be in a movie that's G-rated? Like, we'll make
I
it
would
work.
not put it past them making it R and everything like usual.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds and whoever's doing the whole movie, opening it as if Disney bought it and did that.
Probably.
Oh,
Like him just
man.
coming out and being like, fiddlesticks!
Yeah.
Pew pew!
So as you guys know, Disney has purchased me. And because of that, this will be a G-rated movie. So we would like to start off this G-rated movie by dropping the F-bomb 20 times.
or it'll be one of those trailers, like when he did the Bob Ross
Oh,
one.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
It'll be
God.
one of those. Welcome to the new Disney Deadpool.
Yeah, like Disney characters show up. I have a hard time believing Disney would allow for a trailer where Deadpool was like painting with Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
But if he was, I would love that
Oh,
trailer.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
All right, this B-roll's good. If you guys enjoyed sticking around for this B-roll and this extra stuff, Rob's at Comics Explained. I'm at Comicstorian. Natalie, the annoyed one who has no idea what we just did, is at Zodical Candy.
I'm not
baffled.
annoyed. I just have a really bad headache.
And don't forget to subscribe
You
to the
don't have
channel to
any,
get this
like, Tylenol or
every
anything?
week.
I've taken some. It
Really?
just doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work. I don't believe you.